Not quite be frozen, but it's getting there as we work our way through December. The radar today, however, is clear at Lambeau Field in Green Bay. Today it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Green Bay Packers. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Packer team as we enter play here. They've handled all covers through the first 3 months, a perfect 12-0.
Yeah, they're 3/4 of the way to a perfect season.
Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3".
There's a lot of good to watch in the game last week, wasn't there? I mean, he did throw 2 touchdown passes. That was impressive. And he's so close, isn't he? The 3 interceptions killed him and his team. That was costly. But if he just cleans that up a little bit, there's a reason for optimism with this team and this passer.
On first down, they'll start out with Akers. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. You look at this Packers defense. They were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
They forced 7 turnovers.
How many?
7. Man, think about that number now. That's supposed to be a lucky number, right? Lucky for one side, unlucky for the other.
And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. First carry now for Alexander Madison. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. So likely a 3-and-out on their opening drive. That's not a good omen for a team that's lost 3 straight games.
Too many threes that you're mentioning right there. That's a number they've got to get off of. And the big risk you're running right now is discouragement amongst the ranks. How do you keep them up? How do you keep them motivated? They've got to dial up something to give themselves some confidence.
And he fields it cleanly. Well, a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win. And that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
They'll begin the drive with a run by Dillon. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2. The partner of this offense, 12-0 now on the year following their latest victory. And during the week, a lot of folks making comparisons between this squad and the 1985 Bears. You know, they too were 12-0 at this juncture of the season before losing up. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And while all of that was going on, we have an injured player out there in need of some attention. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on third down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Fights off the defender. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Vikings will take over here, first and 10. The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy? Brandon, we saw these defenders fly into the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
On play action, they'll throw. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
Kind of a dangerous throw there. He's off balance when he gets rid of it. But this is all about a quarterback knowing what he can get away with. And that time, it turns into a completion and a healthy gain as well.
Back to throw now on first down. Middle of the field to Jefferson. The numbers for him from a week ago. 4 catches, 65 yards, and a touchdown as well.
And he now has 8 touchdowns on the season, and I just know this. He's going to be so eager to run routes in this one and try and get to the end zone at least 2 more times. 10 is a key number, really signifies that you've had a big year.
On second down, this is Madison. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. This defense for the Packers, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one. But 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Vikings slow to get up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Now come the Packers for their next drive as we take a look at the playoff race in the NFC coming into the weekend. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that #1 seed?
And this is where the mental fortitude comes to play, doesn't it? Because now you're not just the coach talking about it, his team talking about it to each other, supporting each other, carrying each other along, because having that #1 seed means everything in the NFL.
It does. So even though the division title's clinched, shouldn't take the foot off the gas.
No, not at all. Play it all the way through, and I think we've seen that in recent years in the NFL. The teams that play and play to win each and every game, they're the ones to deal with in the playoffs.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Reed. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Come on, come on.
In motion right goes Reed. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 41. They'll look to throw here. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Reed. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 45-yard line. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Back for the 2nd quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up.
Here we go. 19 Lions.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
I think I like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 12 more yards there and another first down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with second down coming up. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. A great effort there. His 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Packers post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Carlson's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the made field goal, here's Carlson to send it away. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. And the Vikings now heading onto the field. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Finds his man. There's Jordan Addison. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Here's Madison running on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Now a dump off here complete. Will go down as a gain of 6. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Well, no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick 6.
And it's plays like that one that made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
Carlson's extra point up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. 2nd and 9 now. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. Making back-to-back weeks now with a pick six for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick six in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Carlson on for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Now here's a throw. It's complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 38-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. They'll look to throw now on first down. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Now they got to get to the line quickly. He'll drop to throw. He gets it to Addison. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And the Packers are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still.
In trouble, and he's taken down. Daniil Hunter able to record his 5th sack of the season. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
Let's go.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
That is caught. Oh, able to avoid him. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And it's caught. And it's a Packers touchdown. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Packers are able to widen their lead here in this first half. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we're at halftime here at Lambeau with the Packers taking the lead to the break. As we send you down to our... All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30, up to the 33. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. A CD after this game, there will be 4 weeks left in the regular season. So this is far from the final version of what we'll see come January, more of a first draft, if you will, as all these teams fight for a better position.
And you pointed it out so accurately there, Brandon. After this game, 4 weeks left in the regular season, and then the playoffs officially begin. But for some teams, trying to fight to make it to the playoffs, they're actually in a playoff push right now.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. A short throw to Musgrave. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in their second half blowout material. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Vikings are going to get the football back at their own 17. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll bring up second down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
From the 22 now, here's the second down and 6. Now back to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Oh, nice move. 52 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's brought down. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
It's a quarterback sneak, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out, and the Packers open the lead up to 34-0. A familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
Carlson's extra point up and good. And that makes this 35-0 now.
Vikings nothing. Anders Carlson to kick off.
So now Carlson, after the touchdown, called on to send this one away. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. And now out comes Minnesota. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
This goes out wide from Madison. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It'll be a gain of just a yard. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw. He lets one go deep for Addison. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Drop 50, drop 50.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. Back now at Lambeau. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Check it.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. A short throw to Musgrave. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That's good for 28 yards.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game and moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
Holding. Offense.
And they get the guard, John Runyon.
Still 1st down. Ready!
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. 77 yards rushing for him now to this point. Here's 2nd and 2 now from the 3. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Carlson's extra point up and good, and it is 42-0.
Anders Carlson to kick off for the Packers.
Carlson back out there now to send this one away. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Back to throw here. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And guys, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. A very solid gain of 27. Now they send a man in motion right. And he'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Jaden Reed, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers are on their way to a sensational 13-0 start as they extend their lead here. Carlson's extra point up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So after the made field goal, here's Carlson to send it away. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. And the football going back to the Vikings offense. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Touchdown, Packers! A great play there. 30 yards. And the Packers are on their way to a 13th win on the year as they add on to their lead. Carlson's extra point up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So now Carlson, after the touchdown, called on to send this one away. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. And now out comes Minnesota. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Packer pressure, and down he goes. Lucas Van Ness in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Returnable here from the 38. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. 2nd and a couple. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. To the left side, there's the tight end Musgrave. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Packer 1st down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. On play action, they'll throw. A short throw to Musgrave. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Right back to him on 1st down. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 127 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. And they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Toward the pylon, caught. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Another touchdown here in the 4th quarter, and Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball, and sometimes even your special teams, and that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
Now Carlson for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the drive there took 6 plays. And the result, a Green Bay score. Carlson back out there now to send this one away. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. And out now come the Vikings. Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
And now the ball's out, fumbled near midfield, and the Packers pick it up, and they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. So holding on the offense, they'll go ahead and decline the penalty, and the ball will change hands on the fumble recovery. That one looks like he'll throw here. That's caught inside the 20. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 41 yards. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Back to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. But Charles, they're still airing it out at this point despite that huge lead. And some people may be saying, well, why are they throwing the football? These guys, I guess, are just padding their stats at this point.
Yeah, there are a lot of big grins, I think, from people in their families, from themselves. You're exactly right. Pad the stats when you get...
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
So after the made field goal, here's Carlson to send it away. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
So